In this problem, we are asked to find the amplitude, the period, the phase shift, and sketch the graph of the function y is equal to 4 cosine x minus pi over 4. We will recognize that this is in its general form, y equal to a cosine of bx plus c. We can find the amplitude by recognizing it's always given by the absolute value of a, in this case the absolute value of 4, which is equal to 4. We will notice that it would take all y values between negative 1 and 1 that come out of cosine of x minus pi over 4 and stretch it by a factor of 4, giving us the range of our function to be between minus 4 and positive 4. We are now ready to look at the period. The period of any cosine function is given by the formula 2 pi over the absolute value of b. We will recognize in our equation that b is equal to 1, therefore there is no change in the period. The period stays at 2 pi units. We are now ready to look at the phase shift. And the phase shift is given by the opposite of c over b. In our case, we have c being a negative pi over 2, for our phase shift we have c equaling to a negative pi over 4. The opposite of negative pi over 4 is a positive pi over 4. Divided by 1 gives us our phase shift of pi over 4, meaning that our graph got moved to the right pi over 4 units. In order to find our cycle interval, we would recognize that we would start at pi over 4 and travel a total of 2 pi units. We can also verify that by solving the equation, or solving the inequality. 0 is less than or equal to x minus pi over 4 is less than or equal to 2 pi. Adding pi to both sides, we will indeed see our interval to be between pi over 4 and negative pi over 4, or positive 9 pi over 4, which again verifies our phase shift was a positive pi over 4. We are ready to use this information to sketch the graph. In order to sketch the graph, I have written our axes going from pi over 4 to 9 pi over 4. We would recognize that we need to break our interval of 2 pi into 4 equal parts. If I did that, we would see that each of those equal parts is equal to pi over 2 units. We are now ready to find the 5 critical values for our cosine function. We will know at the start and stop of the cycle interval, cosine takes on its maximum value, which is 4. We would recognize that it would then start decreasing, reach its minimum value of negative 4 halfway between the interval of pi and 9 pi over 4, and then increase again. We can find where that x-intercept is located in 2 ways. The first way is to recognize that we would add pi over 2 units to it from our starting point of pi over 4, giving us 3 pi over 4. Another way we can look at it is we're going to start breaking this interval into 4 equal parts. If I split it in half, I would know that my minimum value would happen at 5 pi over 4. Splitting the interval between pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4 in half gives us one x-intercept at 3 pi over 4. Splitting the other interval from pi over 4 to 9 pi over 4 in half gives us our second x-intercept at 7 pi over 4. We are now ready to sketch that graph of our function.